What if your life could feel less exhausting just by figuring out the right kind of support needs? And we're going to look at a practical, simple tools that can make a huge difference. You might have just grown up thinking you had to deal with it. Your needs are real. Section 1 is sound. Sound sensitivity is the one where you're like, did that microwave just personally attack me? Here are some tools to help your ears relax a little, not be bothered by the loud noises. Starting with 1, noise-canceling headphones. Block out background noise in stores, on buses, or in your own house when someone is talking really loudly. Sorry, honey, it really does happen. So some of the popular picks are Bose, Sony, or you can even find more budget-friendly ones on Amazon. The price range can be from $40 to $300 depending on what you're looking for. So number 2 is loop earplugs or vibes. Replace volume without blocking everything out. I think these are the kinds that I might need to get more realistically. Update, I did get 2 different ones off of Amazon. Stick around for a review at the end of this video. These are great for events where you still want to hear people, just not every single other noise happening. Price ranges from $20 to $40, so very affordable options. Number 3 is one that I own. White noise machines or apps on your phone. Soothing backgrounds that can help for sleep or focus. I just can't sleep anymore unless that white noise is happening in the background. I find it calming and soothing, and so does my husband. You might like the rain option, the ocean waves, or just good old static. They even have an option for heartbeat. I find that one very creepy, but I think that one's really targeted for babies anyway. The price range for these would be like free on apps. When I go on vacation, this is what I do. I just use an app with white noise. Or you can get machines for like $30. I bought them at Walmart before. Amazon has them, probably pretty much anywhere like that. But don't be afraid to let people know that, hey, it's too loud for me. Sensory needs are valid, always. Section 2 is sight. Sometimes lights feel like they're less of let there be light and more of let there be migraines. Let's tone it down. This is one I had to tackle head on recently. So your first option might be FL41 or blue light glasses. Great for filtering out harsh lighting or screen glare. Some of the brands you can get are like TheraSpecs, Gunnar, and Spectra 479. They make solid options. Price range like $20 to $150. I recently had to get a pair of Spectra 479 nighttime lenses because the LED lights at night bother my eyes so much. I even started wearing them during the daytime when driving and found that my eyes felt less tired. And what a relief it was to my eyes. Just think, I spent all of these years suffering when I could have made it better for myself. There's no time like the present. So it was worth the money. I've spent about $35 on mine and they go over my glasses. Number 2 is smart or dimmable lighting. Controlling that brightness and warmth of your space. There's a brand called Philips Hue and LIFX are popular, or just get a dimmable lamp. We can control the lighting in our home. That's one of the factors we can control. Maybe you can't control it when you go out in public. You don't have an option. But at home, that's your haven, and you can control every aspect of it you want to. Price ranges can be from like $15 to $50 depending on what you get. And number 3 are screen settings and anti-glare protectors. Lower brightness or using dark mode or install flux for warmer tones. Your cell phone, probably many of you know, has an option to turn down the brightness. And on certain programs, you can even change to use the dark mode. So it does make it easier on the eyes. Price range can be from $10 to $30 for those anti-glare protectors. And it's not about being picky, it's about protecting your nervous system. Be your own light designer, make your own vibe. I've seen some really cool effects in a lot of YouTube videos of background lights and things that people use. You can get really creative there with that. Section number 3 deals with touch. Clothing tags, itchy sweaters, surprise hugs. Let's talk touch. What are some of the things you can do to help in that area? Well, number 1 is you can get seamless or sensory-friendly clothing. Brands like Cozy Clothes. I think a lot of clothing brands in general are doing away with those pesky tags in your shirts. I've noticed that they have cut those out for many reasons. Probably just to save the company money on the tag and adding it when they can print it in your shirt, but it also helps autistic people when they don't have the tags in there. We can all relate to ripping those suckers out of our shirt, can't we? So price range can vary when you get those kind of clothing items, $15 to $60, and way on up if you get designer items. Number 2 is you can get fidget or texture tools. Soft brushes, squishy items. I love those. I've textured keychains for grounding. Look what incredibly adorable keychains I found on Etsy. There is just something awesome about supporting people, and that's what I love about Etsy. As some of you know, I have an Etsy shop, but these are perfect. Not to mention necklaces. Hey, those necklaces that slide, it's like a fidget item in itself. Just easy way when you're stressed to calm down, and it looks normal. Nobody would stare at you for doing that. That price can range from $5 up to $20 to whatever. If you buy in jewelry, it's going to be more. Number 3 is weighted blankets. Now, I will say I'm not a fan of those, but a lot of people say how wonderful they are. So if it works for you, that's great. I know William O'Flaherty on Adult Autism with William really brags on how much a difference they made for him, and maybe they'll make a difference for you. It has a deep pressure input that helps calm the nervous system. It's great for sleep or when you just want to feel like a cozy burrito. Price ranges from $30 to $100 plus. They're very popular. Section 4 is smell. If certain smells make you want to sprint out of the room, yep, it's relatable. You can get some essential oil inhalers. It's a soothing scent right under your nose to mask overwhelming smells. I didn't even know those existed. Price range for those is like from Dollar Tree amount, $1.25, to up to $15, depending on what brand you get. Okay, maybe some of you have a teenager in your house that likes to use overwhelming smell of deodorant or cologne, but there are unscented or hypoallergenic products. My son just chooses to not use those, and I don't know what I can do about that. So there are shampoos, soaps, detergents, scent-free that can reduce sensory overwhelm. You know, as when you are an adult, you have your own house, you have detergents, you have all kinds of things that can have smells, but you can choose what ones that you get. There are a lot of options nowadays that smell better. You can get brands like 7th Generation or Free and Clear or Ecos, and they range from like $5 to $15, which I think is affordable. Number 3, you might mask with a drop of oil. Some people wear the face mask for viruses, but it can also be if you have extreme sensitivities to smells. Some people maybe wear them for that reason, and adding a drop of essential oil is a bonus comfort. Price range free to up to $10. You don't have to get used to smells that bother you. There's just too many options out there. You can just avoid them unless you have a teenager. All right, the fun one, section 5, is taste. Some foods feel like a texture war zone, and some just taste wrong. It's okay. We have options. Safe foods are lifesavers. Keep a list of your favorite textures and go to comfort foods. Plain pasta, toast with no surprises, yogurt with no lumps. How about orange juice with no pulp? All valid. Peanut butter and honey sandwiches? Baby food? Guilty. I like the texture of the pear and the apple one and the banana one. You can use the smoothie or puree tools. Textures are hard, blend it up. Smoothies can be a great way to get a nutrition in a sensory-friendly way. This is what I do in the mornings. I have a smoothie with carrots, bananas, blueberries, pumpkin protein. Price for the blender can be from $20 to $60, but a great way to make your food smooth tasting. And then, even if you're looking for even more, there's oral sensory tools. Jewelry, chewable jewelry. Y'all, I found it on Etsy. So here's some examples of chewable bracelets. And then these were really cute. Necklaces for adults and kids and different designs. Mints or crunchy snacks for stimulation or self-regulation. Maybe a lot of autistic people enjoy bubble gum for that reason. Just know that you're not picky, you're tuned in, and that's a strength. We are very self-aware in general as autistic people. So that's your full sensory survival kit, custom built for autistic brains who need things to be just a little bit less intense. Whether it's light, sound, texture, taste, your needs are real and you deserve to feel comfortable in your own body and space. Comment down below, what are those items you have to have or you found after your diagnosis really helped you? What are those things that help you as an autistic adult get through life with your sensory issues? Bottom line, you deserve peace. And maybe a fidget popper shaped like a dinosaur suits you well. That's what you got to do. Has a nice little, very nice case. Keep your earplugs in here, the ones you choose, depending on what size you need. Can you say something?
What?
I want to see if these work.
Okay.
Trying to figure out if your voice sounded not as loud, as sometimes it affects me. So I can still hear you, but it's not as loud. The dog is barking. I can still hear it pretty well. These do not block out as much noise as these ones. But if you're wanting to watch TV with someone and still hear conversation going on around you while blocking a little bit of noise, these might be a better option for that. And I like the carrying case. Say something.
What? Hello? What?
These work even better than the other ones. I can already tell with these, I can't hear the TV that well. This would not be something I could sit in the den and watch TV with my family and use. But for loud places like the mall, this is a great idea. Airports, places like that, concerts. These are the ones I would pick for that. So they really weren't that expensive. So I would recommend these. I love these. Thanks for joining this video. Bye.